Good morning, friends. Welcome to the temple. Thank you for coming. Yesterday, I met a young lady from China. That was her first time visiting the temple. So I sat down with her and I tried to help her to understand the temple. She asked me this question: which Buddhist school do you teach at the temple? Which Buddhist school do you teach at the temple? This is a very common question from China, from Taiwan, even in the West. Many people come to the temple. They wanted to know which Buddhist school do you belong to? Are you teaching Zen school or Pure Land school or other schools? My answer was, we are not emphasizing on school titles anymore today. Actually, in my own experiences, in the past about half century, during my time in the Buddhist college, we had to study all schools about Buddhism. We don't want to continue to celebrate Buddhism into different schools anymore, because it's not necessary anymore today. In ancient time, because monasteries, temples are separate from each other, far away from each other, it was difficult to communicate. It was difficult to find all sutras before you. So when you have a sutra, when you have a teacher who are able to teach on you something, then you concentrate on this teaching. So eventually in India, we had about 18 different schools in India. In China, we say 10 schools in China. But eventually, we have less schools today, because all Buddhist monasteries, temples, organizations were teaching the same thing of Shakyamuni Buddha's Dharma. Basically, we mention almost the same teaching in all schools or in all temples. Today, we have the opportunity to communicate. So when I talk to Venerable Nanda from Sri Lanka Buddhist Temple, we have the same understanding about Buddhism. There's no big difference between us. But somehow, we call Sri Lanka Buddhist Temple or Myanmar Buddhist temples or Theravada Buddhist temples. The term Theravada means elders Buddhism. In ancient time, a lot of elders, they try to maintain certain practice. So they call this group the Theravada Buddhist group. Today, we still have the same title for Myanmar, Thailand, or Sri Lanka Buddhism. If you study Buddhist history, basically you wanted to understand perhaps two terms in different kind of expression: Northern Buddhism and Southern Buddhism. So probably this is the best way to describe Buddhism in this way. China, Korea, and Japan, we call this Northern Buddhism. And Buddhism went through Sri Lanka to other regions, Myanmar and Thailand. We call this Southern Buddhism. So today, it's better for us to call Northern Buddhism and Southern Buddhism. When we still use Theravada Buddhism, it's okay. So, but in China, sometimes we describe Chinese Buddhism as Mahayana Buddhism. But be careful. When we say Mahayana Buddhism, that means there's special meaning in it. Okay? And if you say, I'm a Mahayana Buddhist, That means you wanted to become a practitioner who wants to cultivate your compassion, loving kindness during the practice. You are not just wanting to help yourself to achieve enlightenment, and also you wanted to help others. So just simply remember, Mahayana Buddhism means great vehicle. All Buddhists, it doesn't matter you're from north or south, it doesn't matter you are in China or Myanmar, as long as you have the vow to achieve enlightenment. At the same time, you wanted to cultivate your compassion and loving kindness during the practice. You are Mahayana Buddhist. So today, when I saw Venerable Diligence Sayadaw from Mandalay, Myanmar, Mandalay, and I consider he's a great Mahayana Buddhist monk. He's building schools for kids, building hospitals, for patients, and also traveling around the country, even in the States, to teach people, on Buddhism. So whenever you are doing this kind of work, actually he's a Mahayana Buddhist monk. We don't want to say he's in Myanmar. This is not Mahayana Buddhist. No, actually we should not divide this kind of a name by regions, by area, by temples. Okay. So today, the reason for me to mention this, I wanted to refresh our understanding about Mahayana Buddhism. Okay. And also, we wanted to understand that some Buddhists, a few Buddhists, if you say, I just wanted to emphasize on my own liberation, I wanted to help myself first, I wanted to achieve enlightenment first, I don't have time and energy to help others, that's okay. But there's a title for this kind of a practitioner, Hinayana, small vehicle. It's okay, but you are riding bicycle. If you decide to be a Hinayana Buddhist, then you don't have to study 6 Paramitas, the courses that I'm teaching today. Okay, we call 6 Paramitas. For Hinayana Buddhist, you emphasize on 3 principles. Okay, the first one is precepts, morality, and cultivating all kinds of good conducts to purify yourself. The second principle is samadhi, concentration. Increase your concentration, okay, and be able to focus on what you wanted to study. Concentration. The third principle is wisdom or right understanding. As long as you can follow these 3 principles, yes, you can achieve enlightenment. But because you are just helping yourself on the path, so we don't call this practitioner Mahayana Buddhist. We call him Hinayana Buddhist. Okay. Okay. Today, if you decide I wanted to become a Mahayana Buddhist, then according to Buddha's teaching, we have to practice 6 Paramitas. There are 6 ways to perfect ourselves. So 6 Paramita means 6 perfection. Sometimes Paramita can simply mean going to another shore. In this world, it's full of misunderstanding, full of suffering. You help yourself across the river, go to another shore. That is the peaceful area where you can abandon all kinds of afflictions. Okay, going to another shore, also one of the meaning of Paramita. 6 perfections, okay. Or going to another shore, there are 6 ways to go there. Okay, we did discuss some of the Paramitas before. Can you still remember the first one? the paramita of generosity. Okay, the paramita of generosity. Cultivate your kindness, and also find a way to help others. Share whatever you can share with others. Okay, be kind, be compassionate. Okay, be generous. The second one is the paramita of precepts, morality. Okay, precepts. No killing. I don't want to commit suicide. Also, I don't want to kill others. I don't want to steal anything from others. No killing, no stealing, no sexual misconduct, no lying, plus other precepts. So the second one is observing precepts. Okay. The third one is the paramita of, I wanted to add one word, and after I say this, patience or endurance. We had some discussion about the third paramita, but today I wanted to add another word. Perhaps we can use this word to describe the third paramita, the paramita of forbearance. I wanted to say thanks to Lane, who found this word for us. When I read a lot of English translations for the third paramita, most translations probably use patience and endurance. But today, we discover there's another word, forbearance. Forbearance means the quality of someone who is patient and able to deal with a difficult person or situation without becoming angry. Forbearance. Perhaps let's learn this word today, and in the future we can use this word more often. Forbearance, the paramita of forbearance. Today we are going to discuss the paramita of diligence or efforts. Okay. Then if you can find another word for this, that would be wonderful. And also next time we are going to discuss the paramita of meditation, concentration. Finally, the paramita of right understanding or wisdom. Okay. Today, let's spend some time for the fourth paramita, the paramita of diligence or effort. Anything that we wanted to achieve, actually, it does require diligence. Yeah. If you say, I wanted to be a generous person, I wanted to observe all the precepts, and in order to purify myself, I wanted to be patient, be able to deal with difficult situations. Actually, it does require diligence, effort, in order to achieve this goal. Otherwise, just talking, thinking, and we don't do anything at all. There's no diligence. Diligence always related with action. And when we have actions, actually we can move on this kind of course. About 40 years ago, long time ago, when I was in Taiwan, I met a friend who is also a monk. He was about 10 years older than me. The first time when I met him, and we had conversations for about 2 hours, and he mentioned so many wonderful ideas during the conversation. Actually, after the conversation, I told myself, I met someone who has great ideas. I wanted to learn from him. And also, I'm waiting for him to show me the way. Perhaps I can join him. He told me, Reverend Han Yi, in the future, I wanted to create certain programs in order to help youth, young people to practice Buddhism, to learn Buddhism. I wanted to create something that is not traditional way. I have to find young kids coming to the temple, participate in this program. At the time I was young, and I did feel Buddhism in Taiwan in those days was very traditional, very old-fashioned. During the class, I even couldn't understand what the teacher was talking about. It was difficult to understand Buddhism. So after I heard this concept from him, I wanted to support him. I said, would you please lead us? I was young and I wanted to follow him. After about 1.5 years, one day we met again. Yes, I wanted to ask him, do you making any progress yet? Do you have any program yet at the temple? He told me, he said, I'm still planning. I'm still doing the planning. I'm trying to accomplish this goal pretty soon. But somehow after another year, I met him again. He was in Kaohsiung city. He didn't do anything at all. So suddenly I start slowly feeling that maybe I should not completely believe in that what he said he's going to achieve it. He has a great idea, but somehow without action, without diligence. You don't put any action on this kind of thinking, this kind of idea. We cannot accomplish nothing. So after I met him again, finally I noticed that anything we wanted to do, actually it does require diligence. Diligence means you put your idea into action. Not just putting your idea into action, create something you wanted to do in your daily life. And also, it's continuing to do it. It's a non-stop process. Okay, diligence means you put your ideas into action. And also, it's a non-stop action. Every day you do some. Every day you continue on this kind of a track. Eventually, you are going to achieve the goal. If you just have ideas without action, nothing can be achieved. Also, even you put your idea into action for 1 or 2 days, after 2 days you stopped, then nothing we can achieve. So diligence, sometimes I feel it's like gasoline. All paramitas, other paramitas, like vehicles. We have the vehicle of generosity, we have another car of patience or forbearance. Okay. We have another car for meditation. But somehow all cars are having no gasoline at all. The tank is empty. It doesn't move to anywhere. So thinking, diligence, efforts, just like a gasoline. Without gasoline, we cannot drive this car. We cannot use this car. Even this is a good car. But it's not going to move. Okay. Diligence is the opposite of laziness. Okay, laziness. And so actually, in Buddhism, Buddha always emphasized on this teaching. When he taught Eightfold Path, do you still remember one of the paths is right diligence, right effort. Over here, for 6 paramitas, and also Buddha included the diligence in 6 paramitas. Yeah. Especially when we wanted to practice meditation, it does require very strong diligence. So that's why Buddha put diligence behind meditation, okay, and in the middle of the Paramitas. Do you know that we have one charity organization in Houston, a Buddhist organization, Tzu Foundation? Have you heard of it? Tzu Foundation. It's a very, very well-known foundation in Taiwan. And today, Tzu Foundation serving around the world. Even in Afghanistan, they are rebuilding some schools for kids. In China, they are building some, houses for disaster areas. In Africa, around the globe. So today, Tzu is a big Buddhist foundation. But do you know, about 40, 50 years ago, when Tzu started to have this kind of a foundation, it was very difficult. Venerable Zhen Yan Fa Shi, he asked a lot of housewives, could you please donate 50 cents Taiwan dollar, 50 cents a day when you buy groceries. Yeah, when you go to farmer's market every morning, maybe you have 50 Taiwan dollars for expense. Could you save 50 cents for this purpose? Donate 50 cents, she started to ask housewives to help. So in those days, a lot of housewives, they commit themselves on this kind of support. Every morning, they will take $30 and $50 to go to the market, but they are going to save 50 cents for this purpose. So every morning you donate 50 cents. Every morning you donate 50 cents. Eventually, it accumulates a lot of donation. Finally, they can build hospitals. Yes. And I'm thinking those housewives, they have to have a diligence in order to commit themselves by doing this. Being generosity, even donating 50 cents a day, it does require diligence. Without diligence, you cannot continue. Okay. And later I'm going to explain that how can we accumulate diligence effort, by what condition we can continue. Okay, later let me explain. But somehow it does require diligence. And also Venerable Zhen Yan, this nun, this Buddhist nun, he's continually on this kind of work day and night without stopping. And so finally, after a few decades, Tzu Foundation is growing and also doing a lot of wonderful work around the globe. And also, let me ask you that, do you feel meditation is good for you? If you say yes. Okay, if you say yes, then can you commit yourself 15 minutes a day, 15 minutes a day on meditation? Oh, Venerable, 15 minutes is too short. Maybe I should say longer, for 30 minutes. That's good. But the reason for me to say 15 minutes, that means even it's a short time. It doesn't matter how long is it. It matters, can you continue on this practice every day? If you say, I'm going to commit myself 15 minutes a day on meditation without stopping, then it's going to benefit yourself. Okay. So even 15 minutes of a meditation without diligence, we cannot continue. If we cannot sit for 15 minutes a day, how can we improve ourselves? So it does require certain kind of effort to support this kind of a practice. So think about this. From today, what do you want to do? if you agree that the meditation is good for me, then think carefully. Do you want to use your diligence, commit yourself only just for 15 minutes a day? Actually, I discovered that if a person who commit on this kind of a practice, even 15 minutes a day, as long as you can maintain this practice daily, actually you are going to increase your self-awareness, self-control. It doesn't matter how busy I am. I wanted to reserve 15 minutes for meditation. So you are more able to manage yourself. You can, actually have a kind of ability to do something you wanted to do. What do you call it? With a lot greater strength. Actually, in daily life, we are weak. A lot of goals there, a lot of thinking there, but somehow we don't have strong management inside us. We are very weak. We even cannot manage 15 minutes for meditation. How can we manage other work? So if you feel it's important, then just try at least for 3 months. See how you are going to feel. If you can continue for 3 months, you are going to build up habits. After you have habits, then it will be easier for you to continue. So another way of explaining diligence means you wanted to create a kind of action in daily life. Build up those kind of action into habits. After you have habits, it will be easier for you to follow. And that will support your practice. Okay, right now, let me formally introduce, when we say right diligence, what does it mean? When we say right diligence, what does it mean? Many years ago, when I was in Hong Kong, a member told me that one of her daughter's relative was very ill. She couldn't move herself. She couldn't really talk to people. She was lying in bed for some time. She was very ill. One day, a friend went to the house and visited this lady. And they were talking, talking. Suddenly, the visiting lady asked the ill lady, "Do you want to play mahjong?" Mahjong in English, how do you say? Oh, mahjong. Okay. Do you want to play mahjong? She said, "Yes, I do want to play mahjong. Can you get up?" Of course. So this very ill lady suddenly got up and moved herself to the table and started to play mahjong. Can you believe that after he sat down in the chair to play mahjong, he could continue for many hours until the evening. He was not sick anymore. Yeah. So sometimes we are seeing, actually every one of us, we do have certain potential there to support us to do something. When you feel, I wanted to do, okay, then you have the strength to get up. You have the energy to sit in the chair for many hours. And, but I do want to ask you that even this lady played mahjong with diligence. Can we call this right diligence? Sometimes, maybe no. If you go to Las Vegas, you don't sleep at night. I'm tired, I wanted to sleep, but somehow someone who's full of energy always play, what do you call it, 老虎机 slot machine, pulling slot machine continually. In Buddhism, we don't consider this right diligence. Even there's a diligence phenomenon, but we don't call this right diligence. So there are special definitions for right diligence in Buddhism. What is the meaning of right diligence? Right diligence means something is not good. Some action is not good. Some thinking is not good. We are able to eradicate those wrongdoing by the effort. We are able to erase it. We are able to eradicate it. Okay. We are not just able to eradicate those wrongdoing. Also, we are able to prevent it. This is one part of the right diligence. Okay. Also, another part of our right diligence is something that is good. For example, I wanted to cultivate my kindness, my compassion toward others. If I don't have compassion yet, I'm able to start from today, right now. I'm able to start from today. This is part of right diligence. I'm not just able to start. Also, I can continue on this kind of a practice to develop this kind of doing. This is right diligence. So right diligence means you are doing something that is very beneficial to yourself and also for others. In the sutra, whenever we talk about right diligence, it always related with right understanding, right mindfulness, and right action. So in the sutra, it includes that cultivating compassion and loving kindness, observing precepts, okay, and practice meditation to concentrate your mind, study the sutra, the Dharma, and if we can continue on this kind of practice, we will say this is right diligence.